Hi, this is Jason Giza. I'm the Microsoft Technical Alliance Manager at Hitachi Data Systems, and today I will be demonstrating our System Center 2012 integrations. We'll start with our System Center Operations Manager integrations. So I'll bring up the SCOM server here. First, demonstrate the storage connector piece, which kind of connects the two pieces, our storage array and the SCOM server. So here you'll see we've got one array added. You can add one array or multiple arrays to it, pointing it at the two IP addresses of the controllers and giving it the appropriate login credentials. And then on the other side, you've got to point it to where the SCOM server resides. In this case, it is a local on this server, so it's a local host. Once those two pieces have been configured and the services are started, you can start up your Operations Manager administrative console, and the Hitachi Storage Systems menu should appear on the left. Under this, there's a number of subheadings. First of which is controller. You see we've got two healthy controllers here. You can see the IP addresses of each and the port counts on each. We jump to the controller ports. A little bit more information here. What the protocol of each is, fiber channel or iSCSI. The drive menu contains all of the physical drives that are in the array right now. So you can see there's a lot of 300 gig SAS drives in this particular array. HTTP pool, those are dynamic provisioning pools, Hitachi technology. We've got a couple of those here. Basically, this will tell you if you've got free capacity on these HTTP pools or if you're running out of space, and it'll generate alerts based on that. Logical units, the LUs that are residing on the HTTP pools or RAID groups that are presented out to your servers, you can monitor those here. RAID group, I don't believe we have any on this particular array, but this is where they would show up very similar to the HTTP pool in the details that are included on that. Storage pools, again the same, those are our HTTP pools. Those will include both HTTP pools and RAID groups under that category. And some more information about the subsystem in general, the firmware, controller IPs, the total capacity. That's just a general overall storage outlook. So that's the basic functionality of the SCOM integrations. Again, you can leverage the general capabilities of System Center Operations Manager to generate alerts and trigger notifications when any of these states change. If it goes from healthy to unhealthy, or if there's any warnings generated, you can configure that as you would any other SCOM alerts. But this is a demonstration of the general functionality of monitoring our arrays using System Center Operations Manager. So with that, I'm going to jump to our SCVMM server. So here's the System Center 2012 VMM server. You can see we've got a couple of hosts being monitored here, 2 clusters and a standalone host. And there's some virtual machines running on it. So basically right now our integrations are in the PowerShell. So I'm going to bring up the VMM PowerShell window. So we've got our PowerShell snap-in, which allows you to manage and monitor the array through PowerShell command line. So I've built out a few scripts already, just some general basic functionality. Let me pop one open just so we can kind of see some of the functions and the actual commandlets being in use. So we've got a few. You can see we're adding a subsystem here with the controller IP addresses, and then we're creating 4 LUNs of different sizes with different LUN numbers, presenting them to the host here. This host, we're presenting them via worldwide name to the host, and then we're mounting them and initializing them. So we're mounting them to a folder on the C drive of this host, just to kind of demonstrate the ability to bring storage from a very basic level, create a LUN, mount the LUN, and then be able to build on top of that. So in VMM's case, it would go through all those steps, and then from there copy a VHD to it, and then build a VM on it. So I'm going to run that script here. As you can see in disk management, we've got 4 disks currently assigned on this computer. As we jump back to the script being run, these 4 LUNs were just created on this subsystem, HDP pool 0, a 4 gig, a 5 gig, a 6 gig, and a 7 gig. And now they're actually being presented out to this host. And you can actually see them coming online right now. 4, 5, 6, and 7. So as the script continues on, we're going to see them now being mounted and initialized, and then we'll be able to actually manipulate them through the Windows file system. So the first one looks like it was already initialized. There it is. If we were now to jump into Windows Explorer and find that mount point, which is just at the C root, you'll see here we've got VM mount 800, which is the LUN number 800 mounted, and it's ready to have files copied to it. In this case, I'm just going to copy a very small file over to it. But as I said, in VMM's case, you're going to be copying VHDs. They're going to be building VMs on top of it and provisioning virtual environments that way. So the script is still running, it's almost complete. But it just displays the ability for us to manage our storage environment completely via command line, which opens up a number of different opportunities, be it the VMM self-service portal, where you can have end users have access via a web page, be able to spin off copies. We can do snapshot copies, copy on write snapshots of existing LUNs, which would reside in your library server and allow you to provision VMs rapidly. I'm going to run a delete, and it's just going to go back and wipe all that stuff out. So the idea is you'd snap off those snapshot copies of templates that reside in your library. The provisioning process goes extremely quickly because the snapshot's instantaneous instead of copying the VHDs over the network. You then present the snapshot to the end user for manageability through the website, and then when they're done, you can just delete the snapshot and all the overhead is done. I mean, there's no more space being consumed. There's no network utilization. It's extremely efficient. So the last piece to this is our System Center orchestration, or SCO, System Center Orchestrator integrations, which are based on these PowerShell scripts. So we are in the process of porting the PowerShell functionality here into System Center Orchestrator workflows, which will allow the end user to be able to construct more elaborate workflows utilizing the functionality of our array integrated orchestrator workflows. But it's all based on this PowerShell scripting functionality, which we've demonstrated here. And with that, we've demonstrated the PowerShell SCVMM, SCOM integrations under System Center 2012 with our Hitachi storage array. Thank you.